Hi there. Today we're going to find out what effect having a few of these has on my progress with Prolongevity. Good health. Hi, this is my Prolongevity vlog, which I now do every 2 weeks. Just in case you haven't watched this, I did an entire set of videos as I went on Prolongevity, being obese, having quite a few health issues, including hypertension, was put on double medication because of that. And you saw me lose a huge amount of weight and make very simple adjustments, get off medication eventually. So what we're trying to do now is get me to a point where I've actually got rid of all risks, and I've still got a lot of weight to lose, and I've got to keep sticking at this program. So it's really an experiment to see how extending Prolongevity works and what the gains are like and how long it takes for somebody who, in my case, was well over 3 stones beyond the point, well into obesity, to actually get to the safe weight and BMI and visceral fat. All of those things, and blood pressure, all controlled. I'm not going to do too much on this, but what I would say is this is really important for anybody that is going to do this program, because the whole idea is to stop onset of things that are life-threatening. By the age of 63, most males it's the average age in which they have a serious issue: cancer, heart disease, diabetes. And we know the science tells us that the root of it is something called metabolic syndrome, which I had issues with, and which triggers all of those diseases. So getting this right is what I'm trying to do, so I get myself into an absolutely safe zone. The thing I really concentrate on is blood pressure. So you can see that we do have a blood pressure gauge here. So from red down to normal, and slightly elevated, and then high. So a little bit of a concern in that towards the end of that week, week 14, I had elevated, but it wasn't massively elevated, and the overall for the week was darn good. Week 16, I had another peak. And I'm going to reveal what was causing it, but these peaks take a couple of days to come down, and at the same time though, my overall average for the week was good during the mornings. During the evenings, because of things like stress and workload, a little bit higher than it should be. However, I did manage to get it, without revealing week 17, I did manage to get it back under control. So here's what was causing those raises in blood pressure, and it was really a relapse into having a drink. Now, I wouldn't say I've ever been an alcoholic, but I have been a problem drinker. So when I drink, I get drunk, very much enjoy getting drunk, and then pay the price the next day. And we had some incidences, and particularly bad incidents of that, when I met up with my daughter in a sunny park. We'd been cycling. The interesting thing was, although I felt grotty maybe the next day when I've had a few drinks, I actually felt I didn't have that much to drink this time compared to the past, but I felt really, really bad. So that was the first thing. Second, I could see on blood pressure it took 2 days to get me back to normality. So there's an effect that alcohol has on my body, which I would describe, it feels like it's being inflamed. When I get to the point where the body adjusts itself, you can put cotton wool in your ears, but essentially you have an extensive piss. So a load of liquid comes out of you, and then the next time you do your blood pressure, it's back to normal. So something's happening where the body is adding so much water to sort of compensate for the alcoholic period. And that is actually an encouragement, because now I'm monitoring. I've been taught how to monitor my health. I can see what 1 glass of wine will have versus 3 or 4. and I'm probably going to stick to just one. I'm not going to, I just don't like the idea of having got off my blood pressure medication doing anything to upset that gain so badly. If it only upset it for 24 hours, maybe fine, but to see it go up and up and up and then hold and take 2 or 3 days, when you've got other things going on in your life, when you've got work pressure stresses and other things which can push blood pressure up, you don't want that. So the whiskey is firmly under seal, lock and seal, maybe the odd celebration, but just one tot. And you know, generally I'm making good progress. So I mean, if I go back to the charts, I know if I look at waist measurement, for example, I'm now down to 97. And when I looked at the waist 2 weeks ago, it was 99. So that's 2 centimeters off my gut. And if you go onto the Facebook page, the group, I should say, and cursor down, you'll see a picture of ugly me, fat shaming myself because I had a humongous pot belly. If I pluck up enough courage, I might get the missus to take a photo of me, so you can see that I've actually now lost all of that. So I'm heading in the right direction. I'm battling the old demons, but I think I understand what they're doing to me, so I can easily tell them to F off and concentrate on keeping this program going. So just steady as she goes, learning what I can get away with and not get away with. And on that note, I'll say goodbye and see you in 2 weeks' time.